speech. I just want to say welcome, bienvenidos a Puerto Rico. I'm going to say a little more than that. I know that we're here, we have here with us tonight Minnie Gonzalez from, where is Minnie Gonzalez? Where is she? Minnie Gonzalez from Connecticut is here, Assemblywoman Minnie Gonzalez. That lady you see there in pink, she's a very powerful woman. Not only is she a state assemblywoman from Connecticut, but she's the president, the national president of the National Hispanic Caucus of State Legislators, which includes legislators from all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. She's the president, but she's a Puerto Rican from Adjuntas. Yeah, I should I say that? No, I'm not going to say that. We also have here, and I want to do a special recognition to our leader, our Democratic leader in the Senate of New York, Andrea Stewart Cousins. Thank you very much, Madam Leader, for being here. I thought I had issues in the Puerto Rico Senate. We spoke a little bit yesterday, and I talked to her. My hat goes off to you. And I am looking forward. I am very much looking forward. Extra, super duper looking forward to coming to see you as President of the Senate of the City of State of New York. Now, this is a first for me. Dora the Explorer is here tonight. Where is she? Please get out. Dora the Explorer, we love the voice for Dora the Explorer. Now, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This young woman who's here with us tonight, from New York as well, right? She's from New York. And she's a person who does the voice of the TV program for Dora the Explorer. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I meant it. Jeez. You love that voice. Her name is Fatima. Fatima. Gracias, bienvenida. Bienvenida a Puerto Rico. Thank you, Felix Ortiz. We've had a great time, 3 days, wonderful 3 days. When Felix came here, he just made one request. Please, we don't need rain. And I said to him, leave it to the Speaker of the House and myself, and we'll take care of that. We have delivered. We have delivered. No rain. I'm going to shut up in 1 minute because you don't like politicians to talk too much. Tonight we want to have fun and enjoy the scenery here. Let me tell you just a brief one more line. I was invited just 2 weeks ago to be one of the speakers at the Florida Democratic Party convention. So I was one of the keynote speakers in the morning, right after Debbie Wasserman Schultz I spoke. So then the question became, there were over 1,000 people there, 1,000 delegates from all over Florida. And I spoke, and as soon as I got up to speak, their faces, I could see in their faces, over 1,000 delegates looking at me, just thinking the same thing. Why on earth do we have a senator from Puerto Rico speaking at the Democratic Convention of the state of Florida? So I got up there, I looked at them and I said, look folks, calm down. It was my governor of Puerto Rico who founded the state of Florida. So let me tell you, it was the year 1513, exactly 500 years ago, that the first governor of Puerto Rico, better known as Juan Ponce de Leon, went to Florida, and he arrived at those lands on Easter Day. And those who know what Easter Day is in Spanish, we call it Pascua Florida. We call it Pascua Florida, and therefore the name is Florida. So if anyone ever tells you, all of you who are here from Puerto Rico, that you don't belong in Florida, you tell them, you belong to us. I basically went up there to take back our lands. Let me just say just one more word about our historic city here tonight. As you walk around Old San Juan, if this is your first trip or your 20th street, you will see cobblestones all over the city of San Juan. And as you run into the cobblestones, if you go to some of the streets, you will see that some of the streets are all worked. They're all in different shapes. Now, that has a lot to do with the name of Puerto Rico. Cobblestones are key to understand our name. You see, Puerto Rico, if you look at a map, Puerto Rico is the last, geographically, is the last location before you go to Spain. So all the ships will come to Puerto Rico, unload their gold here. Puerto Rico was a transshipment place for gold before it went to Spain. From all over the Americas, they would come here. Thus, we have to have a walled city, a city surrounded by a wall, to make sure that pirates would not take the gold away. Now I say this because we have a port right across from this building. We have a port, and that port had a lot of gold. Therefore, it was a very rich port. Thus the name Puerto Rico. Now, why do I say that the cobblestones have anything to do with it? The cobblestones, if you are a sailor, anyone here who's a sailor? Jose Luis Rodriguez from HITN is a sailor. Anyone else is a sailor? If you know anything about sailing, if you have a sailboat, you need ballast. Otherwise, your sailboat is going to flip, right? So what the Spanish did was, they put all these cobblestones in their boats, and they would bring here the ships, the sailboats with cobblestones. Then they would unload the cobblestones, dump them in our city, and take the gold with them. The worst deal in our lives. We didn't know what to do with the cobblestones, and we paid the city with them. They knew what to do with our gold. So anyway, if you want to talk about a deficit, talk about them taking the gold and we keeping the cobblestones. Now, some of that goes to show that some of my friends in the United States ask questions sometimes about Puerto Rico. And there's one thing I'm proud of. Puerto Rico was a nation before the United States was a nation. And it's very important to remember that. We had our currency, we had trade, we had a government. Our bar association dates back to 1848. We had a legal system in Puerto Rico way before the United States and Puerto Rico entered into its relationship. And I say this because even though I'm not proud of it, right behind you is now what we call the headquarters of the Puerto Rico Tourism Company. But it also housed, it was the jail that housed some of the most outstanding members of the Nationalist Party of Puerto Rico. In fact, to some of you, and I don't want to ruin the party, but to some of you, it would be as hurtful as it is to me to remember that Pedro Albizu Campos was jailed here, exactly here, right behind where we are right now. And it's a horrible memory and something that Puerto Ricans are not proud of. And here, I would say that